Hello there everyone, welcome to another episode here on Arbaal 22. So, what are we doing now? Literally, I forgot. I'm just checking in, with my own actions and expecting that I remember. No, I actually remember this one because it's been so very little time. So we have some armies from the Dwarfs here trying to offset against two of my armies, which have chosen, really, and Wrathmongers, really, they don't stand a chance. I'm continuously pumping out armies, and I still have more money that I can do with those. I'm still trying out a little bit of the culting, not working that well. Yeah, I completely forgot that. In some, in other campaigns, like from Skulltaker or from Scarbrand, in those other campaigns, you kind of have a lot of corn corruption going around and spreading around, but with Arbaal that's not the same. You kind of need to go on the challenges all the time to spread corruption all the time, and that's not always the idea. Let's get Raging Denial so that I can have much more powerful blood hosts. Now I'm going for the most powerful blood hosts, and I also want to end with having all the bonuses for the Minotaurs and for the monsters as well, which is kind of cool. So we're just going to position, and just trying to ambush, position well. So the more that, Ungrin doesn't have a good army. When I see quarrelers against the chosen army, I laugh. Because it's like, you guys are gonna do nothing against that armor. There's no way, especially the way that I have my armor dudes. Like, even the Wrathmongers, I'll be like, they're not gonna kill us. So, they have hammers. That's cool. That's a good choice. Let's say, it's an armor dealing unit. But I'm gonna ambush here, and that will kind of prove very fruitful. So I'm banking on the aspect that they won't attack with all three armies, which is not always how we should. Lizardmen are approaching, and they have three armies near here, and I have like one dude. So I kind of have to destroy Khemri to try and bait him into attacking this army. That's the sort of idea. In the meantime, Arkan the Black is actually dealing with Wurzag really well. I've conquered Lamia here. It was just a straightforward push, gathering armies and conquering them. And all the time, I'm just gathering my forces. I'll put 4 armies over there. And there's a problem here where I'll soon have to face off against Tretch. And in that area, I'm going to need a new army. So this army is going to go against Tretch, that's for sure. So I'm recruiting it so that I can, later on attack Tretch's armies and just do really well. And then the second army that I recruit here, that one will go against Azazel. I can recruit a couple of armies to go against Azazel and beat him. And maybe also showcase, some other types of armies if I can. But for now, I'm enjoying the chosen armor, enjoying the mortals, and still having some fun with some exalted bloodletters here and there. So I kind of want to see more the biggest monsters as well, and cavalry stuff. I still have a little bit more to do and to watch. And what do we get here? Red in Bloodshed. Yeah, that's nice because it's global recruitment. I'll have to double check that. Hold on. I have to eliminate these so that I can build them. Rank 7 Wrathmongers out of the blue. That just sounds so cool. Okay, I'm using these depleted armies to just conquer the places. They have enough corruption so that it won't be a problem. There we go. My income is still rising, so there's no problem whatsoever with that. You can see that, I could be handling like even minus 50,000 a turn, and it will still be growing. So I just can pump out armies forever now. And let's see how many I'll actually end up with in the very end. Let's go over here. Let's go close by. I cannot attack it. It's okay. Because right now it's just a full conquest. And this, when you break through a unit, an army, or not an army, an enemy. When you break through an enemy, all you have is a land grab. That's what happened with the Khalida. That's what happened in there with Goldtooth, and now it's what happening here, sort of against the against this. Pretty cool against the Chaos Dwarfs. We already saw some battles against them, but we can fight them again. But if it is an easy battle, I won't show. I mean, if it shows anything as decisive or close, I won't show it. Right now, I want them to try and attack me. And I'll still have that secondary army to attack here. I didn't want to conquer on this place, but I feel like I can do so. So, yeah, it's one of those things of corn. When you realize that you can actually open yet another place to go war with, I mean, it's just fine. They just revel in war, that's for sure. Yep. There we go. Let's check diplomacy, because it's interesting to have diplomacy as corn. Well, I could get some peace treaties here with Goldtooth, but look at that. 28 settlements. I conquered what? 5 settlements really fast from him, and he's hostile like ever. Quit smiling, you something yellow teethy. Yeah. Well, both of us have red eyes, so we could have at least a chat about that. How did you get your red eyes? Oh, mine were from eating too much red meat. Well, mine were from killing too much red meat. Oh, that's nice. How cool for you. That's the sort of chat that I think these guys would have, you know, over a glass of blood wine or something like that, like Klingons. Okay. So we got an underway interception, and this is from Arbaal. So yeah, let's watch how he deals with an underway interception like this. And that's a lot of... Yeah, there's miners and there's quarrelers. I kind of want to show you what happens when that's the sort of army that you have, because this is perfect for my army, regardless of the underway. I mean, look at the stats on these guys. 163 armor. Good luck doing any damage to that without specific armor-piercing units. So yeah, even the hammers are going to have a hard time dealing with Chaos Knights of Khorne. I mean, so the idea here is, of course, to make sure that the Chosen get to the point where they can attack, and then I'll split up the ranged cavalry and go on the sides. That's where the miners are, and then I can push through to the back of the line. If you have an army with Minotaurs, for instance, then you punch through the enemy lines, because your Chosen or Wrathmongers or whatever you have in the front can just do a lot of damage to the enemy, and then the Minotaurs come in and they can just push through, go to the back line if needed. If not, they can just destroy the front line really fast. So here's Arbaal. There we go, getting a little bit of charge momentum. Now an explosion, and that should do a lot of damage to these hammerers. Come on, explode, dude. Did I forget about the explosion? I think so. I was controlling someone else. But yeah, Chaos Knights dealing with the miners. Yeah, miners with blasting charges. Poor dudes. Okay, let's summon a Chaos Fury and go after the Quarrelers. Anytime now. I'm gonna forget about these guys because I'm just checking in, you know, and doing some other summons as well. But yeah, these guys, I mean, even the shots doesn't feel, the shots don't feel like they are strong enough to deal with me, you know? This is just so flimsy, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take you out. There we go. Against Quarrelers, they're gonna do just fine.
Kill him!
Yeah, kill him! Yep. My hero here is dealing with the enemy lord just fine, and the enemy infantry that is supposed to be unbreakable, those long beards, those hammerers, they're just finding out how rage works. This is a summon, which of course it's perfect to go against those armor-piercing Quarrelers. And we're about to finish it out. Yep, they're all running away. And then I have yet another underway interception. Oh goodness. Just gonna auto-resolve this one. So that's 2 armies destroyed by Arbaal alone without losing too much. So yep, that was cool. Let's attack the Volari here. I've destroyed, by the way, those 2 armies because they were ambushes as well. So yeah, that was kind of easy. So yeah, and Tito is doing just fine. Let me get just the banners. It's not like I need them too much. I mean, I could sell them actually. That would be just fine. I think that would be just fine. Yeah, let's give them to the Chaos Knights before, you know, just for a couple of battles or so, and then I'll sell them for some gold. More so that I don't have to be worried about using all those ancillaries and stuff. Yeah, these guys, I'm kind of using... It's amazing that I got some spawns because of village. Okay, I'm wondering if I should go on that Amble Peak. This is important, by the way, guys. It's when you're conquering these territories, just make sure that you use the adequate strength. You don't want to use your best army against a minor settlement if you can. You know, you want to use your, like this army. This is a good army to just hunt down a camp or something like that, destroy it. I think I'm gonna fight this one, but off camera. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Let me see if I don't lose anything actually, but yeah, that will be a close victory. I don't believe on that. Yeah, there's a lot of abilities there, and I actually lost 1 fury because I sent it against the Lord. Oh goodness, that's shameful. What a shameful display. That was a bad one. Okay. But we're gonna get the Maul Gate, that's for sure. Now that's... yeah, I'm gonna auto-resolve this one. I should have done the other way around. But I forgot completely that he could reach. So let's sack the place and then conquer it with some skulls. I still have a lot of skulls. All that I need is just to destroy one place to get all the skulls. Passive ability Berserk for Marauders and stuff and everything in this province. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. Maybe he gets a little bit more replenishment. There we go. And then kill for corn. You go for the scent of prey. Yeah, there we go. By the way, I lost a unit because I just went full on, split everything and tried to amass. And then one of the Furies was just entangled for too long. When I tried to retreat it, it didn't. So yeah, that was a sad day. That was a very sad day. So Lizardmen are kind of on replacing the threat of Khalida here. I'm just gonna let them destroy my, you know, engage my blood hosts there while I approach my main armies and replenish them. It's just buying time, really. Yeah, just buy time for Scarbrand to be well, and then suddenly if they have some depleted units, then that should be fine. So I think I could move here. I wonder if he has any armies coming in here. I wonder if he has some armies. I'll have to double check that. Always at the end of episodes, I always double check everything, you know? That's something that it's something that I do, but I don't like to show it because it's just me double checking if all my decisions were correct. Like I'm moving this guy in forced march, and I know there's an army here anyways, but I kind of want, when it's a blood host, I kind of wanted to do that because it's a good way for the enemy to strike and think, oh yeah, I destroyed one of his armies, and it's just a blood host, and it leaves them vulnerable for the counterattack from my other army, you know. Yep, sounds good. Sounds perfect, actually. Let's get the army ability for the summons. I always like to use that. I always felt like summons are way overpowered, especially in some circumstances where you go just like you can summon them inside walls or something like that. It's just crazy. So let's get Arbaal here. It's turn 90, by the way. I still haven't done long victory because I need Azazel, and that's it. Because otherwise I would have won already. Likely would have won at turn 70 or something like that. Because Azazel's area is quite cool to conquer. So let's sack. And if not mistaken, that's the end of Ungrim, right? Yeah, I conquered the place and I feel that's the end. Province secured and Karakadrin is destroyed. Look at that. How did we do it? Lots of auto resolves. Yeah, it's cheating. No, it isn't. It's part of the freaking game. Now, Arbaal has no upkeep. His army is free. That's insane. So I can go over here and I kind of wanted to move towards the dwarfs, but I'm feeling that I'm gonna just trespass the places from Tretch and he's gonna declare war on me. So I kind of have to use these armies. I'm gonna wait for this army and the other army and just move through the territories, because then I can capture, you know, Tretch. But I kind of want to wait a little bit so that he can use his armies against Thorgrim, you know? I think that's a better way. Let him attack Thorgrim. I mean, let him do that, and I think that's a much better way. So then I can just conquer everything. Over here, this is just waiting for one tower, because I have nothing else, for one battering ram, so that I can alter it. And yeah, I'll likely make one siege before the time finishes, before the episode's finished. But yeah, that'll be on the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.